So I have a really long, storied relationship with the phrase pushing through. For context, people with invisible disabilities like EDS or chronic pain or some mental illnesses, um, it can be quite difficult to find appropriate medical care. So what often happens is like the people around you, the structures around you, like doctors, friends, family, everyone well-intentioned, schools, jobs. If your invisibility is disabled, what is reflected back to you is that there's actually nothing wrong with you physically, and therefore whatever distress you're having must be because you're lazy or unmotivated or antisocial or any other number of ableist slurs. Um, so it's not always recognized. It often takes a long time for people to sort of realize what's going on because it's hard to sort of get through that sort of baseline assumption that everyone has that if you look fine, then you're fine. So with invisible disability, and for me, like I was continually getting the message that like I just kind of needed more oomph to be able to function in the rest of the world. So I really internalized that deeply, and that came through with I pushed through the pain. I pushed through everything all the time. Like that was just my default setting. I pretended it didn't exist, or I minimized it, or often I minimized it through humor in order to sort of put other people at ease. So one of the biggest components to actually learning how to manage these conditions, I think, is not really about the medical side at all. It's the social expectations we have to learn how to navigate. So, in the process of learning what like a healthy balance actually means for our bodies, first we have to sort of like unravel the internal gaslighting, and also just how to advocate for our own reality, like if we're in pain or injured or exhausted. Um, so we have to learn how to advocate for our reality because it's just in the ether, the assumption that we're all uh, fine if we look fine. So we have to learn how to listen to our bodies, which can be very different than what's expected. And it's hard, like it's a big deal. Like that cultural conditioning is really deep, but for some bodies it can do a lot more damage a lot faster.